Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at parts of a sewing machine. Sewing machines come in three different types. We have the treadle sewing machine, which is controlled by the foot, and electric sewing machine, which is controlled by power, and hand sewing machine. A machine can be both electric and treadle, depending on what you want to use, but it can be both. So sewing machines are also made by different companies. So there are many companies that make sewing machines, and when they make them, they have their own names. So we are going to look at the parts of a sewing machine. For an electric sewing machine, this is the arm of the sewing machine. The whole of this part is the arm of the sewing machine. That's a handle for carrying. Then it has a bed. This is where the fabric will lie on when you are stitching. Then we have the bottom part of the sewing machine. This one has anti-slip, which helps the machine not to slip off when you are stitching. This sewing machine is powered by connecting with electricity. It has inbuilt motor. So when you connect here, you can see some light over here above the presser foot. So it helps when you're sewing, whether it is a bit dark or if you're sewing at night. So it will help you while you're stitching. Sewing machine has a bobbin winder and a bobbin winder tension. So when you want to sew, you place the bobbin on the bobbin winder to wind, that is to add the thread. So when this thread is finished in the bobbin, when you're sewing, you wind using the bobbin winder. You place the bobbin here. Then we have the spool pin. The spool pin is used for placing the thread when you want to stitch. Then on the front side, we have the stitch regulator. It regulates the number of stitches per inch in when you're sewing. You can see the different stitches that is regulated by the stitch regulator. So it can be spaced up, it can be close. When you put more numbers like 10 or 8, it makes the stitches to be closer. When the stitch regulator is using lower numbers, the stitch spacing is wider. You can use the same stitch regulator to come up with different stitches like buttonhole stitches, zigzag stitches, or embroidery stitches. And it's also, the type of stitches is also determined by the presser foot. It has a thread tension. This thread tension regulates the tension of the thread while sewing. If you want the sewing to be tight or the fabric is light, You can increase the tension if the fabric is thick or you want to loose stitches. You use the thread tension. Then it has a take-up lever. This one takes up the thread. Sewing machine has a presser foot. This is the presser foot. And the presser foot has a presser foot lifter. We'll see the presser foot. This is the presser foot that is coming up. And that's the presser foot that is going down. There is also a bar, the one that is connecting from the presser foot lifter to the presser foot. It's called a bar, which is, let me show you. It's a bar which is at the back here. And this is the presser foot lifter. So the presser foot is, you can change it depending on the stitches that you want, this presser foot. So you use the presser foot bar, this one, to release the presser foot, and then you place the type of presser foot that you want. There is also a needle clamp. This one helps to put the needle in place. That's a clamp. You can see the needle going up and down. This needle is controlled by the balance wheel or the hand wheel. So when you turn the hand wheel, it turns the needle. It makes the fabric to move or the machine to work. So under the, let me remove the presser foot. Remove the presser foot. Under there we have the feed dock. This is the feed dock. It grips on the fabric as you stitch. Then we have the throttle, which is fixed, helps to support the fabric. Then we have the slide plate, which covers the bobbin. When we'll be doing threading of the sewing machine, we'll be able to know how to place the bobbin inside here and how to bring up the bobbin thread up and use the thread also. This sewing machine has a special bed. This bed, it has, you can see it has some space here. This space assists when you're making circular fabrics, because you can fit in and you can sew the fabric in a circular motion. This sewing machine has a tape measure ranging from 1 to 8. So it makes measuring easier, especially when you're stitching and you want to take measurement. You don't have to go looking for a tape measure. This is the forward and backward reverse. If you want the material on this side to go forwards or backwards, you use this to assist in moving the fabric forward and backwards. Then this one controls the speed of the machine. If you want it to move slowly or high, you press this one. It's the speed regulator. Yes, doctor of the balance wheel. The motor here is inbuilt. That's why you connect the power over here. Then we have thread guides. The thread usually starts from here. So you place your spool from the spool it goes to thread guide number 1, which is here. Let me turn it. So this is the thread guide number 1. Then it comes all the way to thread guide number 2, which is under here. You slip it under, then into the take-up lever, this take-up lever, and from the take-up lever it goes to, take-up lever is thread guide number 3. It will go down to take-up lever number 4, then to thread guide number 4, then to the needle over here. So when we'll be, and this is the clamp for the needle, when we'll be threading the sewing machine, you'll be able to know or to understand the use of the thread guides. So up to there, subscribe, like, and ring the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.